Well, we're here for Castranger again. Gar is not here. Cell is not here. Paul is not here. But we do have myself, Lane, and Emily. And recently made celebrity by the popularity of Baldur's Gate is our friend Bearcaster Vegas.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. They did not tell me what that role was for.
Hey man, you made Baldur's Gate 3 the most pre-ordered game on Steam.
It had over 800,000 concurrent players at one point.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of this.
No, but
cost.
at the cost of the gaming fandom receiving a AAA game with amazing amounts of content, polished to a crystal shine, and almost nearly bug-free, something that we rarely see in our lifetimes.
What were we talking about?
Baldur's Gate. Anyway.
Stop bringing up the dryer! God damn it. Anyways, cue the roll call.
Loading.
Perfect! Showrunning super savant. Level up! Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Casting, criticism, comedy, chaos.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
Welcome everyone to Radio Sentai Castranger. It's episode 450.
Holy shit.
And
It's a Standopotamus.
it's episode Hippowdon, I think it's called.
Howdon?
Yeah. Because the other one was
sand hippopotamus.
Because the other one was
Anyways,
Hippopotas. So this is
The
Hippowdon.
new Fortnite season dropped today, and we got this guy as a skin, and I can't not see the white wizard driver on his fucking chest. So weird.
Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah, it's Kavi Lame. He's that guy who like does the simple shit. He does the hand gestures. He's super funny.
When we dropping now?
Now. Yeah, it's fucking wild. In recent things, Ichi, I'm so sorry Riverdale ended for you.
Yeah, so CW's Riverdale series, after 7 seasons, has ended. Actually, finally, it's the end of the show completely, and I was in fucking tears.
Oh yeah, no, you were dedicated to that show.
Oh man.
It was the ending, which I'm really glad for. I don't know any other context. I just know it was happy, and that's good.
It's not just that the show itself had ended. It's not just that this was a weekly ritual that Paul and I did every time the show was airing. It's not just that it was a happy ending. I grew up reading Archie comics, and this is one of those series that you think will just go on forever. So to see an actual, finite, complete, satisfying, wholesome ending to characters you thought would exist forever, it is, I don't think I've had an ending affect me more in my life.
I feel like I have to go back and watch the show now, because, I fell off the first season because of,
This show got fucking crazy. I won't go into super specifics, but let's put it this way. It starts with a serial murder season, then it goes into a serial murderer season, then there's a D&D cult, then they fight an actual fucking warlock and gain superpowers, and then a meteor hits them and they get rebooted back to the 1950s.
Yeah, all I know about
okay, yeah, this shit's wild.
Every season, literally every season, Paul and I go, how are they gonna one-up themselves this time? And then they fucking do it! It's crazy!
Every season it's something different.
Yeah.
Also, they answered the age-old question, and yes, Archie picked Veronica.
No, actually.
Oh.
I'm not gonna. All I'm going to say is everyone and then no one.
Oh.
What?
No context. You'll have to watch it.
Damn.
Everyone that no one.
Yup.
Okay.
Anyways,
this is not about Riverdale. We are a gaggle of Ontario-based tokusatsu fans who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, and usually a third thing. And this week's third thing is a fucking doozy.
Oh my god. So fun.
Alright, our topics for this week are Kamen Rider Geats episode 48, Kingohger episode 25, and our feature topic are the 2 episodes of the Kamen Rider Juuga versus Orteca special.
Oh man.
But because I was gonna say, because Emily has to dip out early, we're gonna talk about Kingohger first. Not that I'm sure any of us are complaining.
I have to.
It's good.
Wake up tomorrow at 5:45 in order to get reservations for Disney World restaurants 2 months from now.
Oh, I assumed it was related to Fan Expo.
Dedication. I love it.
Fan Expo, I too crowded, too much COVID risk.
Valid. All right. Well, before we get into our our topics, we have some news to talk about, and we have some doozy news stories too.
News mode.
First off is something I never in a million years would have seen coming, and it's that Kingohger, after its next episode, is doing a time skip in the middle of the season.
Wow.
Yeah, that Kingohger is. Yeah, like, have they? And then I remember asking, have they ever done anything like that before? And the conclusion that everyone said so far was not that they remember.
I think the only thing I can think of that came even close would maybe be Kamen Rider Hibiki, where like they changed directors mid-season and then everything kind of shifted.
Well, at the end of Die Ranger, they jumped ahead 50 years or something to them when they were older.
But that was
the end of the show, though.
That was the last scene of the show.
So
wait, this is wild.
We're looking at this image showing what they're going to look like post time skip, and most people's first thought is, "What the fuck is with Gira's hair?" But my first thought is, "Why is Yanma blonde?
Why not?
What have you done?"
I think it's a good look.
Yeah, like white and blue and blonde and blue look good, don't they?
But his hair was so cool. Black with blue streaks, that's literally my FF14 character!
Does that mean that Sir Knight Alexander has to go blonde in solidarity now?
Oh! No!
Just for like a picture.
Just for one picture.
What did I miss?
Me screaming at Yanma going blonde.
Looks like Kaguragi's hair.
Why did you people make Cosmic Tombo Ohger? That's just fucking awful.
Cosmic Tombo Ohger.
Yeah, okay, so here's what we're looking at. So we know basically how this arc of the story we're in is ending. Jeremy's becoming king of the Bugnarok, and they're forming a peace with the other nations. And it looks like the next chapter of Kingohger is going to involve a new threat coming from outer space.
Alien invasion.
A lot of people are thinking that this means that Kingohger is going to become space-themed. I sincerely doubt that. I think it's just a case of the villains are aliens, which is a thing Sentai has done plenty of times in the past.
Kingohger has been a ride. You do not need to change it. Don't worry.
They've already showed off what some of the new villains are going to look like, and I get the feeling that they are... Yeah, they're invading.
Yeah, I was gonna say I forgot to add that scan of them to the news. So thank you for providing that. All right, so yeah, let's take a look at this scan. So it looks like Kamejimu survives the end of the Bugnarok War and joins this new faction.
Of course, the fucking bastard.
Like Rodan in King of the Monsters, where it's just like, I guess I'm joining you guys now.
Yep. I noticed the emblem on
the guy from Ghost Sager.
One minute detail that I noticed that people may not have noticed is that if you look at Kamejimu's staff, the emblem he had on the end of it was the Bugnarok emblem, but he's changed it to the emblem that's on this new leader's belt. And speaking
What
of
a
this
bit
new enemy
interesting.
leader, who is apparently called the King of the Universe because it has to be a king. A lot of people's first reactions to him are his face looks like a shoe god soul
Oh.
because it looks like
Is he
Amber.
like-
Fucking, it's not gonna be that villain from Q Ranger again, is it?
Which one?
I forgot
Yeah.
his name. Don Armage, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have names for them?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, King of the Universe, his name is Dagdedo, creator of insect life form. Secret creator of the shoe gods, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
And then
And they like your eyes from him.
on the left of Kamejimu is Gorma, a ninja warrior of speed. Yeah, I kind of got ninja from him, although his outfit looks like pajamas.
I want to see him compete in Ninja Warrior now.
Not.
Sorry, was that Emily?
I was just thinking of Vector from Despicable Me with no, these aren't pajamas.
And then our one token female villain is Hirubiru, who is a sorceress that can manipulate their enemies.
Bilu Bilu, I like that name.
And then the one on the far left is Mino Tsugatsu, who is a super powerful fighter. Interesting.
He doesn't look like it.
These pictures are not super great. We'll get better images of them later. But yeah, so we're getting a new enemy faction coming from space who are said to rule the entire universe. So it is Dark Matter from Q Ranger.
God damn it.
I just noticed something on these guys.
Hmm?
There's like a weird kind of like rainbow-esque pattern on their costumes.
I don't really
Like,
see it.
Okay, so on the king, it's on the pants. There's like this like gold, blue, black
I see
gold
that.
thing going on.
I see that.
Yeah.
Oh, and then it's also
And
on the
there's something
female's
similar-
legs.
Yes,
Maybe that's just like their leitmotif.
maybe.
Maybe.
Well,
Thought it was interesting.
we can analyze them more once we get better images of them. Yeah, so
Time skip. Fucking that's awesome. I
Crazy.
love that. It's like at the halfway point of the show, so that's great.
it looks like Rita's hair gets shorter, Kaguragi's gets longer, Jeremy combs his hair, and
There.
it's combed to the side.
I first was really confused by the poster and like kind of concerned because I thought that Rita was like semi-transparent. I was thinking like, oh my god, did something happen to them? And,
They're
just
ghosts
weird
now.
composition.
I also noticed her coat is shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Huh.
So here's what here's the positing I want to put out for this. So it's been a couple years. It's been 2 years according to the description. They've had more time to be a Sentai. So maybe after this time skip, we'll start seeing more traditional Sentai things like roll calls and more stock henshins.
Oh yeah.
Ichi, do you want to tell us what you did?
Later.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so we're supposed to get some more details about this next chapter once the next episode airs, which is this coming weekend, or if you're listening to this on YouTube, this evening. Very interesting. We'll see how this shakes out in a week or two.
I think it's gonna be badass.
All right.
I'm excited. I'm a bit nervous.
Yeah. Next in Kingohger news, I know Lane will be happy about this one.
So we got official images for SH Figuarts Okuwagata Ohger. I told you this was going to be the next one they do.
Of course, it's literally the easiest thing to do.
Hercules may be dead, but he will be kept alive in figure art form.
I will keep his corpse on my shelf.
Also, if you want the king's weapon for your Okuwagata Ohger figure art, you gotta get this book.
Oh, fucking bastards.
Yep. He looks so good. Ugh.
If they don't put out Tombo Ohger figure, I'll fucking buy one of these and paint it blue.
God damn it. Fucking Aokugata Ohger.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck. Yeah, he's good. He's so I got him. I'm getting him through our like Toku dealer, but it's expensive. It's like $160.
Ow.
But he said I could pay it in like little spurts.
And yeah. So
it's not out till February.
Yeah, the premium Bandai web exclusive default price of 82.50 yen, releasing February. Maybe by then Racules will be alive again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention that because we talked about this a little bit before we started. So it's like, if there's any possibility of Racules surviving, is he really gonna just have sat in his coffin for 2 years?
No,
assuming that he was in the coffin.
I think he's held up in tofu. I think they haven't kept him in tofu.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, anyways, we'll find out with this time skip because it's looking a lot more possible that I'm gonna have to pre-order the fucking Ultra Caliber Zero. So
what I'm
do we?
You know what this new time skip could mean? New opening.
Oh, I would love that.
That would be interesting.
Do an ending with the Sentai dance.
No, because the actual Kingohger Sentai dance is fucking awful. Or if they want to come up with a new one, I'm open to that.
Exactly. I'll make a new one.
All right, very cool. Next on the news doc, speaking of golden stag king themed suits, here's a third one because now we have Garen King form debuting in the next episode of Kamen Rider Outsiders.
Fucking out of nowhere.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, for fucking real. It looks great.
It's so good.
The true king has arrived.
I love the shoulders on it.
Garen and what's his face are always my favorite.
What's interesting though is
Sherry going fuck Langle.
I love Langle. Shut up. He has an SIC king form.
Mutsuki's a fucking bitch.
He learned his lesson. Yeah, the first thing that people notice about this suit is it, instead of having the undead cards that it's made of as icons all over its armor pieces like King Blade does, this one doesn't. It just has the diamond emblem.
That's fine.
I noticed the SIC figure also did not have that.
Weird decision. But I love the King Langle, the King Garen Rouser is fucking awesome.
At first, when I saw that picture, I thought it was something from Kingohger.
Exactly, because it's a gold stag beetle king form, which Kingohger already has 2 of.
Can you imagine if Garen just showed up in Kingohger?
Well, fucking Kyoryuger's supposed to show up, so it wouldn't be too far enough offshoot.
No.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's been rumors that Daigo, aka King, from Kyoryuger, is supposed to show up in a more than 1 episode capacity in Kingohger at some point.
That'll be so interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
So interesting if they fucking do that.
So yeah, this form is going to debut in the next episode of Kamen Rider Outsiders. I need to catch up. I have not watched the last couple episodes.
Can we talk about this on the show already, please?
I need to start watching this because holy shit.
Make sure you've watched the Kamen Rider Genmu's specials because those lead into it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I did see a joke where like they revived Bronze Drive or something.
Yep.
And it's like, who are you? Gold Drive. You're not even gold.
That's great.
Get fucked, Bono.
Yep.
Yeah,
no one loves you.
No one liked Bono.
Not even your son.
I did in terms of a villain, but then his death was just so fucking perfect. It was a masterpiece.
Which is great because we have a reference to it in this week's feature topic.
Hey, Gakusano did the thing. He did the face.
Why does he have a porn stash?
It's somehow creepier now that he has a mustache.
He went to like an American convention recently, like this past weekend. With Go on Red.
Yep. All right. Next news story is the announcement of the thing that no one is surprised about the Zillion driver for
Ooh.
Kamen Rider Regard and Regard Omega. I love that Regard only existed for less than an episode just for the sake of the belt having slightly more functionality.
Decker, we get it. You hate interesting designs. We get it.
I don't know. Like, it's all like, A, it's a retool of the Gazer suit, and then B, they stole the chest piece off of fucking Vulcan Assault Wolf. Like, it's several layers of kit bash.
Okay, but you know what?
I'm just saying that to piss them off.
Well, what the Regard Omega suit did this week's episode, I kind of like it. I think it's a solid design.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's a solid design. It has a solid power set. I am a sucker for speedsters.
Better than story.
The only thing I will give it points for that I think is cool is if you put a rider buckle on the side where it attaches and steals powers, instead of the name of the rider, it will say the name of its final form. Like you can see in the image here, you put the Ryuki buckle in and it goes survive infinity, which of course means that if you use the wizard buckle, it will say infinity.
Yay! I'm gonna buy the belt. I'm gonna buy the belt just so I can do that. No, I'll wait for Keizo to do that.
Double infinity. I fucking love it.
Yeah. And of course, we have another case of these people shouldn't be trusted with English because even though it's clearly Kamen Rider Regard, they spell it without the second R, which is really fucking weird because the first R is there. So now they've spelled it Regad and Regad Omega.
Yeah.
It's
Disregard.
It reminds me of Egad.
Kamen Rider Egad.
Oh my god! Just take Regad, paint him put a little green on him or something. Make him the Poltergust.
Oh.
No, I wasn't thinking about that, Egad. I was just thinking about the word he's named after, but no, that's even better.
Just like a crazy scientist rider, Kamen Rider Egad!
I would love it.
Turn him into the Poltergust.
He has a vacuum weapon.
The standby chime would just be yabba yabba.
Yabba yabba.
I love my favorite thing about Professor Egad is just the way he talks. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want this shiny golden reskin of the Vision Driver,
I'm good.
Yeah, Premium Bandai web exclusive.
It's really nuts to think about that we've only gotten 4 henshin devices for this entire show: the Desire Driver, the Raise Riser, the Vision Driver, and this one.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be like an upgrade of the Vision Driver, but it has less functionality because the Vision Driver had 3 riders in it, and this one only has 2.
Premium Bandai, you gotta stop this.
You have to be stopped.
The worst sin was Revice, though, because they released 2 belts retail. The rest of them were all Premium Bandai.
Yeah,
they're not going to stop. They need to be stopped.
That's what I'm saying.
If we stop buying them, they'll stop making them Premium Bandai.
Yeah. So Premium Bandai
Good for Regard.
Zillion Driver, Premium Bandai web exclusive, 93.50 and releasing in January, just in time for New Year's.
Don't buy it, please.
Please don't. It's not good.
Yeah, don't.
I just love that it's called out as enforcement of violence. Yeah, I'm gonna disregard this one. Next in Geats news, we have the announcement of an upcoming Blu-ray special called Odd Jobs Master Michi's Day.
Oh god, Decker, that hurts my eyes.
Oh god, kill it! Zenkai Ohger!
That's awesome.
I hate
Good job, Decker. Thank you.
Okay, so...
Yellow, it hurts my eyes.
So, yeah, it looks like this is a Michinaga focus special. in the spin-off, Michinaga Ohsama wakes up not in the DGP salon, but in the office of Odd Jobs Michi. The navigator, Salami, played by Kewa's sister, greets Michinaga and reveals that he has won the DGP's bonus stage, so his second wish of an anything shop has come true. He insists that what he wrote was anything is fine and did not say that he would run an odd job shop, but Salami didn't listen.
Salami?
What a fucking tagline.
Salami.
That's right up there. That's right up there with the Carbuncle 8 itself.
As in the delicious sausage? Salami?
And then there's another
We
character.
already have soup, so now we have salami.
And then there's another character, Tan, played by Baroba, appears and takes Odd Jobs Michi's part-time job recruitment and calls herself Michinaga's assistant. Odd job requests come in one after another from Keiwa, Neon, and Ace. And then there's a mention of something about Michinaga's past that no one knows about. So maybe it might be worth watching for anyone who gives a shit about Buffa.
How wild would it be if this is where Buffa gets his final form?
I was actually thinking that, like, he's actually gonna get a super form from this special.
Isn't there a reason why he couldn't get Muso back? Like a suit reason?
I don't know.
There has to be. Maybe Decker knows. Decker knows everything.
Why you couldn't get Witch back?
The Muso form that he had when he it was the winner of his
The rider crushing powers.
Oh, the Jamashin power.
Yeah.
I mean, he had it for a second. Like all he needs to do is get the fever buckle. I'm sure someone can fucking conjure that for him.
You know what? They're gonna make a Buffa v Cinema movie. We all know it.
Probably.
Yeah.
The guy, there was a leak who showed what Buffa's final form buckle was supposed to be, and it was by the same guy who correctly predicted the other final form buckles. So yeah. Yeah, so this is a special that will be included in the Kamen Rider Geats Blu-ray Collection Volume 3, which you can buy for 26,400 yen, releasing December 6th.
I still just can't
thank
believe
you.
how expensive the Blu-ray sets are. What the fuck?
Yep. I don't know, it might be funny. Next.
Oh shit.
Speaking of belt,
there's
sorry.
There's this. I'm sorry.
Speaking of belts nobody asked for. So, this is a re-release of just the belt from the Laser Raise Riser and the Raise Buckle Holder, but it's a high-spec version, which I guess is more geared towards adult fans to be able to wear. I
literally just bought the belt to get the cards. That was it.
They call it the high-spec belt for the Raise Riser belt and Raise Buckle Holder, but it doesn't come with the Laser Raise Riser. It's just the belt.
Calm down, my man. Jesus Christ. He is best.
I really, really would love to have been in the room when they decided to put this out, because who the fuck asked for this?
Decker. All of the toys are belts.
If you literally take away the driver, it's just a belt.
Metallic coloring is applied to the
don't
belt.
even have electronics.
The belt joint, belt bands, belt clip, and raised buckle holder, and there's also a buckle in front of the belt. You can adjust the size of the belt bands, making it possible to wear. Oh, you can combine this with the Desire driver too. That's not nothing. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 8,800 yen. February release.
No, thanks. I'll keep my regular DX one thing.
Wow.
That's the price of a PlayStation 5 game. So you decide, brand new PS5 game or this?
Oh, this. Definitely.
All right. Well, next on the news docket, there were a bunch of magazine scans that went out, and I wanted to include this one because we got a clear shot of Kamen Rider Gotchard Venom Mariner.
I think it's
Mariner, whichever.
Venom.
So we can see
Venom.
he's got the mushrooms on the shoulders and the top of the helmet, and then the rest of the helmet is snorkeling gear, and then fans on the arms.
Look, and there's his pellets.
So Decker hates regard, but he loves this goofy ass form.
Yes, this is so much better than Regard Omega.
Yeah, the fans on the arms are stolen from Build Kieran Cyclone.
Oh, I thought he had a pink scarf for a second. That would have been awesome.
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, giraffe fan for Kieran Cyclone. Right.
Yeah. And yeah, then on the left side of the scan we have some sort of creature that I guess is Pilot's Mad Wheel.
No, that's Gotchard. You can see the belt.
Wait, so he just has non-human forms that look like this then?
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Oh, is this like one of the non-match forms?
Oh, it's a wild form. Okay.
So if he uses a form that doesn't match, he just turns into a CGI abomination?
Is that what's happening?
He turns into like a fucking fucked up fusion.
Oh, is it like a remix like Revice did?
Well, that's what it looks like, kind of.
Oh, so
it's a remix.
So it has an actual humanoid suit, but it just can also transform into this. So it's just like Revice's remixes.
Oh, you hated those. There's not a single.
So wait, does that mean all of Gotchard's forms have these like non-human wild forms?
That'd be neat.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Oh man, now I'm super curious to see what other ones look like.
Yeah.
What they're actually going to show us.
So,
okay, looking at Venom Mariner. Venom Mariner.
There you go. Thank you.
I think what it is I don't like is the head, because it looks like he has two little hair buns.
The head is kind of goofy.
I'm okay with it.
Well, I just wanted to briefly talk about that.
Thank you, Decker.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this in like the gimmick figure. So yeah, he just turns into a fucking grasshopper.
I love the belts just like on the top of his body. That's so
It looks like he's wearing a Nintendo Switch.
I was gonna say, everyone's been saying that the belt looks like a Nintendo Switch.
It's the size of a Switch too.
Yep. All right.
Get orange Joy-Cons.
Speaking of Gotchard, we also got an article listing the show's main voice cast announced by the Twitter series. So the voice actors for Gotchard's main Kemi, namely Hopper 1 and Steamliner. Hopper 1 is voiced by Misato Fukuen. She was Setchan in Zenkaiger. So the bird from Zenkaiger is voicing Hopper 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
and look who's voicing Steamliner, Ichi.
It's motherfucking Nobuyuki Hiyama!
Oh, that's great. That's
I
lovely.
love him!
I'm gonna need to hear one of his roles because I don't know who that is.
Link in several Zeldas.
Talking at the same time, I can't.
Yeah, okay, he was the Geed Riser in Geed.
He was several Links in several Zeldas. He was Madarame Ikaku in Bleach.
Wait, which one was that?
The bald guy with the
bald
spear.
one. And if you watched High School of the Dead, he was the gun otaku.
He's one of the most prolific voice actors around. He's done so much good shit.
He has that yelling voice that like he's known for.
I think he was Balmung in Dot Hack? Or at least in Dot Hack Gift.
Cool. Anyways, that's neat.
Yeah, very cool. And then Katsuyuki Konishi will be the show's narrator and voice of the Gotchard driver.
Shanko!
Yeah. Oh, Hiyama's voiced plenty of Toku like one-off monsters as well.
Oh yeah, he's like always like a monster of the week in Sentai, like year by year.
He's right up there with like.
He's like the Bryan Cranston of Toku.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Very cool. And from talking about voice actors who shout their voices hoarse to an actual horse, we have an SH Figure Arts renewal of the Horse Orphanok from Kamen Rider Fies.
Oh, look at him. He looks so fucking good.
My boy
I don't
Kiba.
know why, but I was expecting you to say SH Figure Arts of an actual horse.
I mean, he does have a horse
Of
form.
like Seabiscuit.
What's really good is it probably really helped in production because Orphanox don't have any colors, so they were able to focus more on his actual like details.
They made the suits
So-
are really, really ornate.
Yeah, but like, oh, it looks so good. If the only sin is that he doesn't come with actual like horse legs.
That would be awesome if it just came with like attachable like centaur form.
You know what? A third party company will do it. They'll
Probably.
make the horse legs. Definitely.
But he does come with the sword and shield, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
You could use him as a knight in a game of chess.
Oh, they made an old one
Yeah.
too? Huh.
Yeah, this is a renewal.
Oh, I guess so.
All right,
Very cool.
so this figure is 150 millimeters tall. Comes with it's literally called the horse sword.
Horse sword. Oh, it always looked like a dick to me.
Well,
Don't get me
It's a big
started.
old horse.
we all
Big
see
old
what we
horse.
want to see. We've already
will-
talked about
I
fucking
will-
bears. Why not?
Pictures of the horse from Berserk.
All I can think now is the hung like a horse sword.
That's
I will post a picture of the horse from Berserk. Don't
That's-
get me started.
that's the next DLC for Baldur's Gate. Yeah. So
Horse from Berserk?
I just meant like a horse in general.
Oh shit!
But sure, whatever's good. I'm sure there's a mod for that.
Oh boy.
So
No,
yes,
I don't want to see the rape horse in Baldur's Gate.
let's not say that. Okay, cool. Moving on. Horse Orphanok Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 8,800 yen, March release of next year. Cool. And our next news story is images for the Shokugan modeling project of One Tiger, aka the White Tiger Zord.
Oh, what a beauty.
Very, very cool. The mouth opens. That's a good thing.
It reveals the orb.
Yeah. And of course it combines with the SMP of the other Zords from Die Ranger.
I always love that head with the combined form, like with the crown.
Yeah, I just
Always
looked
looks
at the
so
images where the crown like pops up. That's very cool.
Oh, that's so good.
All right, so this is Kiba Ranger's mecha. Stands 140 millimeters tall, wields the golden sword. The jewel changing its symbol in the middle can be replicated. That's very awesome. Yeah, and you can form Kiba Dio with the Daireno. Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 7150 yen, December release.
Oh, geez, you can see like the size comparison to like the
Red Dragon.
Like, wow,
Yep.
that's big.
Don't talk to me or my little brother ever again.
That's huge. Holy shit.
Yep. I had specifically the Red Dragon Thunder Zord when I was a kid, and no other ones from that series.
I remember at MagFest, I bought like a heavily used Tiger Zord, and it was missing so much, but like it was cool.
Yeah. All right, and our last news story is also from Shokugan Modeling Project. It's Voltes 5.
Oh my god! You know what's funny about Voltes 5 is like every Filipino I've ever worked with, I mentioned Voltes 5, and they just lose their fucking shit. They're like, "Oh my god, I love Voltes 5 as a kid." Apparently, he's really huge in the Philippines.
Oh my
Cool.
God,
So-
even
Okay, so
this is so random, but
sorry.
I used to have one of the people who worked at the Jenny Craig I went to was Filipino and also brought up Voltes 5. So
Nice.
like when we were just
One of my
talking
best friends.
in general,
Sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
let Emily finish.
we were just talking about anime in general, and she was like, "Oh, do you know Voltes 5?"
Nice.
So yeah, I can confirm, weirdly popular in the Philippines for some reason. Sorry for interrupting.
Well, it's just like a childhood show because, like, I work with a Filipino at my current job, and like I mentioned Voltus 5, and he was like, his eyes lit up. He's like, "Yeah, I love that show as a kid," and I'm like, "All right."
What were you gonna say, Vegas?
So, one of my best friends is Filipino. He didn't grow up in the Philippines though. His wife, however, did. So I think after tonight, I'm gonna text my friend.
I'm gonna ask every Filipino friend I know if they know Voltus 5.
I only have the one.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him to ask his wife if she knows Voltus 5.
Watch her eyes just light up. Oh my god!
I haven't thought about that show in years.
Yeah, I remember last year in Anime North there was a guy cosplaying as Voltus 5. I have a picture of it. It's really fucking cool.
Nice.
I have Voltus 5 in Super Robot Wars. I should use him more.
All right, so the normal set costs 93.50 yen and is releasing in December. Stands 188 millimeters tall. Comes with the Tenku Ken and interchangeable hands. And apparently there is also a special version called the V Together set, which comes with more accessories, like more of their weapons. Oh, that's cool.
Take a picture, I guess.
And then it has all the features and components of the standard release, but it features metallic coloring, extends to the canopy of the cockpit of each Volt machine, now made of clear yellow plastic, just like the original DX toy. The Volt lander comes with alternate lander drill parts. Very cool. Comes with more accessories, the Tenku Ken, the Voltes bazooka, the whip, the top, the Gatling missiles, Mecha Hawk, Mechanical Eagle, the Taco-chan, the octopus. That Premium Bandai web exclusive 12,496 yen December release. That's a lot of extra shit.
I also heard that they made like a live action show of Voltus 5, and apparently it's like 1-to-1 accurate to
I remember
the
seeing
actual like anime.
I remember seeing posters for it.
That's interesting.
Talk about that sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we talked about Voltus 5 like a couple years ago on the show, and it was really good.
Yeah.
I just remember the really eager suicidal mom.
That's more familiar. I don't remember why.
Well, yeah, she was like, "I'm going to sacrifice myself for my children so they can live," and I'm like, "Okay." So,
I just love this one shot of them, the combined form with the logo on its belly.
oh yeah.
All right, and that is the news.
All right, Kingohger time.
I love that there is absolutely no precedent or like plan in place for GodKingohger. Yama just decides, fuck it, we'll make a better Zord.
But it can survive only for 79 seconds. How do you know that?
I don't know how they know that, but all the pilots need to be compatible, and you find out when you touch the sword, it starts glowing if you're compatible.
I loved when the scientist held it and he just lost his shit. He was like, "Oh my god, I'm worthy."
Sal and I were watching this episode yesterday, and it's like, all right, so we need to have 20 pilots in order to have a pilot for every shoe god. Sal turned to me and went, "I don't think there are 20 characters in the show." They
one pilots.
Yeah, we were so close. But they had to really fucking reach in order to fill slots for this, I think.
The funniest shit, though, was like Gira goes up to Boone, the little kid, and just like, "Hey, so I need you for this really deadly fucking mission where we probably might die. So I want to put you in harm's way."
While this like slow jazzy version of the theme song's playing.
Put that to the acoustic version of the theme song, because then we get the full version when they're diving down, and it was so cool.
Yeah,
that just sounds like a situation where Chris Hansen would show up.
Oh god.
Oh, come on. No, don't do
But
that.
before any of that all happens, some Bugnarok mooks attack, and it turns out that they're being led by a disgruntled and disenfranchised Gerojimu, who's sick of Jeremy's bullcrap. And then... second stock henshin!
There you go. It was very brief, but it happened.
We have a stock Spider Kimono's henshin. It's not everyone, it's not even Yanma, but I'll take what I can get at this point. And so, I wanted to talk about what Lane was hinting at earlier. When I made my second challenge to Toei, saying that I said that if they did stock henshins of all 6 Rangers, I would buy Kingohger 0, I would buy the Crown Lance, and I would buy the King's Weapon. We are not yet at 6 stock henshins, but a second one is more than I expected on one side of this debate. So this is progress. And so I feel justified in saying that I have finally stopped resisting and bought Caucasus Castle.
Oh,
Good boy.
wow.
I knew you would.
I might have it in time for next week's show.
I really hope you do.
Sorry, what was that, Emily?
Where are you going to put it?
I'll have to make
so
room on
big.
my desk.
It's gonna crush your house, man.
It's a 1-to-1
Crush
scale.
the area.
You don't need another house.
I'll just live in the castle.
Exactly.
And yeah, right as we cut to the opening, we get this weirdly amazing, like, comic book panel of Jeremy about to fight Gerojimu.
Yeah, that was neat.
There was also, like, Jeremy getting attacked by, like illusions of himself.
Yeah, Gerojimu starts, like, turning into Jeremy and, like, calling him out on being all wishy-washy and non-committal to what he's been doing and, like, not having enough resolve, but Jeremy decides to overcome that and swears that he will become the king of the Bugnarok.
Yeah, no, so Jeremy literally fucking big brains and goes, you know what? I'm gonna defeat Desnarok and become the new king of the Bugnarok so I can, like, make good relations. I was like, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
But at the same time, it feels to me like this was always where we were destined to head with this show. Like, obviously we're going to kill Desnarok and Jeremy's going to rule them. Like, why wouldn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean in season 2 we're gonna see, like, civilized Bugnarok?
Maybe.
Season
Yeah, and which means we were kind of right. I'm sure at some point a while ago I predicted about, you know, Jeremy taking over as the Desnarok, or something along the lines of him being the prince of the Desnarok, which now that we know that he's related to Desnarok, he kind of is. So yeah, awesome. So yeah, most of the plot of this episode is them going to all the different countries. Sorry, Vegas, there's some background noise bleeding through your end. It's when I talk.
Okay, hold on.
No, yeah, I think audio's feeding back. Okay, so yeah, the idea is that they go around choosing people to be pilots for all the other Zords for GodKingohger. And of course, we get the obvious choices of everyone's attendance. We get Juuga, we get Shiokara, and we even get the other 3 nerds.
Oh, man. We're gonna meet Vegas again.
Oh, hold on.
Cicada just at her, and then Cicada blocks her to the wall and then hugs her.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
Testing.
Don't
I think it's
No,
good.
sound good.
And then where it really starts to show that we're reaching for pilots is when we get to Ishibana. Like, obviously Sebastian's gonna come along, but then they pull out the head doctor, whose name we've never known until now. She says Elegance Mon is her name. And then the head of the maids, Cleo Urbanus. I'm like, we really struggled to fill these slots, didn't we?
They have cool names.
I'm sad Todd didn't get to be chosen.
That's what I was saying to Sal yesterday. How fucking funny would it have been if Goroge got to be one of them?
He would have been so fucking fun. Oh my god.
Oh man. And then until
I like the Katsuragi's fucking retainers. Just like he's like, I don't feel like I'm worthy to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
yeah, we get Kuroda and Suzume, and then Rita literally Kabe dons Morphonia to convince her. And then it's we're one short. And then Gira goes and recruits Boone, and Kogane just goes along with them because, I guess.
Well, they're
He gets
sorry.
the ant.
Sorry?
Yeah, they get to. She was saying they get to pilot the ant.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the ant.
I like
I
that
was
they
gonna say they're a pair, so they have to be together.
I like that they called back to the previous episode because like that one the sparkle of being chosen we've already seen when Boone touched the sword when he was like, let's fish the fucking monster out of the hole.
Well, for a while, Gira's like trying to stop people from touching the sword. He doesn't want anyone to have to do it.
He doesn't want anyone to risk, dying, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But of course, Duga's fully down for it, and this is the episode where we find out that Duga apparently has a family. Can we meet them?
I thought he was an orphan.
And when fine into the giant Megazord, they like poke wrap all of the names of the sword.
Yeah. It has to be long and cinematic because we have 20 Zords to combine into this monstrosity. But yeah, we get GodKingohger made of 20 shoe gods, and it is just as much of a fuck shit stack in the show as the toy version is.
I love it.
Also, we learn that God Ant is the strongest of all shoe gods because it powers up everything.
Yeah, that was actually
I apparently missed that.
That was actually really interesting because, like, you see Ant at one point in the fight, like, fly around and power up the other shoe gods. So I guess what that means is that God Ant is like a power booster for the other shoe gods, and that explains why it attaches to the sword in every combination.
What we thought was the most useless shoe god turns out to be the strongest.
Necker was right the whole time.
And I also want to know,
was right.
It's also interesting that for the Zord that is more powerful than just the castle Zord had to shrink in size to combine with the others, because if you look at GodKingohger, it is not nearly as tall as King Caucasus was.
No, that's what threw me off. I was like, wait, isn't like the castle's part of the combination? Why is it smaller?
If you watch during the transformation, you see the castle get like digitized, sort of. So that's it shrinking down.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't like that it's smaller than King Caucasus, but at least they explained it, sort of. Not directly, we're just sort of assuming based on empirical evidence.
Look how fuck shit stacked that thing is.
Yeah.
But isn't it that term?
Sorry?
Isn't it like the definition of that term, like just by principle?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a really good sign of an Ultra Zord when half of your Zords are hidden behind it.
They're smushed in, like we gotta fit them somewhere.
Yep.
I guess
Like
God
Tetris's hordes.
I guess God Ant just like fit in the back like a battery in the back of a toy.
That's pretty much it. Sorry?
It kind of is a battery. That's what I was thinking when you said it powered up the other door.
Yep. Pretty much.
But I'm trying to get, like actual correlation between ants and batteries, or like ants and powering things up. Could it be a formic acid joke?
I think it's something to do with something ants can lift multiple times their own weight.
Thinking at first was that they can lift like 300 times their own weight, but but that would not really apply to like it being a battery. So is it a reference to?
I think they're just using it as an allegory of like ants are stronger than you think, so ants make the other Zords stronger.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
It's the only thing I can latch on to. Yeah, so we get GodKingohger with everyone in their pilot seats, and every time it shows all of them at once, I just can't help but flashing back to the goddamn Brady Bunch opening.
Oh, yeah.
As I said last week. So yeah, the thing that we spent the entire episode for, this fuck shit stack of an Ultrazord, is all for the express purpose of surviving 79 seconds in order to drag Deathnarok back from the core of the planet back up to the surface. And then, sorry?
I just realized I didn't even think of this when I was watching, but so they need 20 Zords squished together into one big Zord to go down there for 79 seconds. But Deathnarok can just yeet himself in and be fine.
Well, I mean, he was planning to kill himself.
Yeah, but he clearly was under there for longer than 79 seconds and was not dead.
That's true, but I guess we can just attribute that to he's the king of the Bugnarok. He's used to being underground.
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it until now, and then it just hit me like, wait a minute.
Listen, him chilling in the core is just like us chilling in a hot tub. It's nice, you know? feels
very, very hot tub.
Very hot tub.
The hottest tub on the planet.
The hottest tub in the planet.
Yeah.
Both said that.
Yep. But yeah, so they get Deathnarok back to the surface. All of the shoe gods come up with their own adorable little combo attacks, like the spiders shooting webs and the Tentos doing this like pulse attack. That's kind of cool. It is interesting that they actually did manage to make use of just about every Zord in the combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Guardian weapons all did an attack.
I want to see... Like, I want to see
where the shoe gods are.
The additional Ohgers. I know they're supposed to be kings, but I want to see.
You want like, Rangers to match up to all the auxiliary Zords?
Yes,
they're all over DeviantArt, I assure you.
Because I want to see a tiny like.
Ant Ohger?
Ant Ohger. Yes, I want to see the kid as Ant Ohger.
I'm sure someone on DeviantArt has made it by now. But yeah, so we get God Ant lining up the timing for this finisher attack, which is like a G emblem because G for God, I guess.
There's
a lot of references I could make there.
Yeah. And they hit Deathnarok with it, but he's not dead yet, so the episode ends with them walking up about to finish the job. Yeah, and it looks like next week is going to be the final battle versus Deathnarok, and as we mentioned, Jeremy's going to take over as king of the Bugnarok, form the 6th country, and establish peace with the others so we can go into the time skip.
Can you imagine if they treated this next episode as like a season, like a series, like a season finale?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also there's a Tarantula Zero apparently. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah.
Possible hint that Hercules isn't dead? I don't know.
What is There's so many questions. Why does it exist? Why have we not seen it before? Why is it toy-sized when none of the others have been? It's not blue. It's black. It's clearly black.
Oh, theory. Jeremy's parents made it as like a pet or companion for him.
I don't know. As you were saying that sentence, my brain just went Jeremy's Paramies.
Jeremy's Paramies.
Anyway,
But I haven't seen the episode in full yet, so I need more context before I say anything else. But like, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Decker, you are correct. The real reason is more toys to sell. It's so
More
people.
toys.
It's so people can combine Kingohger Zero, Tarantula Zero, make Extreme Kingohger Zero, and then combine it with the castle to make GodKingohger Zero.
Oh, if we get freaking like, if we get like Castle Zero, I'm done. I'm out.
It's already black. How do we get away with that?
It can't
Make
be
it
any
more.
more.
Make it darker than black.
A white castle. Ooh, that's an interesting idea.
You can make the anime darker than black?
Gira and Hercules go to White Castle?
I was thinking too.
I'd watch that movie.
But I just bought this one. I don't want there to be another castle.
Replace Neil Patrick Harris with like Gokt or something.
Oh god. Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the next episode, and then the time skip. I'm excited. Good job following up on my hype, everyone.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. I really am.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we shift into Geats, I guess Emily will be bowing out.
Okay, sadly, yes, but thank you very much for having me anyway.
Yeah, get some sleep, alright?
Yeah.
To try to somehow. I'm
Try to get those reservations.
I know. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye, Emily.
Bye.
All right. Geats time.
Oh, one thing before that.
Hold on. The bumper's playing. All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I might not be able to stick around for the feature topic.
Okay. All right.
That's all I would say.
That's okay. All right. So, Geats episode 48, the Desire Grand Prix finale. We just get a shit ton of game masters flying around, snapping people into death now.
Okay, I know like a lot of you guys have been saying, oh, Geats isn't that great now. But like watching this episode, I had a blast.
So did the people who died.
Figuratively.
Okay. So last week, I think my reaction to last week was very uncalled for, and I think I overreacted about how Geats' current state is. It is a good show. I think it was just some things I like. I don't know. I was very.
I will agree. Like there's a lot of stuff they could have done better. Like for example, Daichi.
Yeah.
Like they did not have to redeem him. They could have forced him to bring Sarah back and have him as like a third, have him like as like another like just another villain, like a third faction.
My opinions have not changed from what I've said before. I don't even want to put out too strong of an opinion either way. I just want the show to end. I'm ready for Geats to be over.
Yeah. But yeah, that poor fucking teenage couple, they just got blown the fuck up.
Yeah, so
Jesus
apparently
Christ.
we're pulling a fucking ride player arc from Exade where everyone just gets recruited, and apparently those suits are called the End Riders from what I saw. And the helmets are just like the Guard Riders from the Punk Jack special, but they function similar to when Glare was hacking them because they've got fucking bombs in the helmets. And the riders were being forced to fight each other in order to steal their happiness points. So
you can see their happiness number or something, and I'm like, okay.
It's like HP, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And then whenever someone
This is
got
an
defeated,
guys.
one of the weird masked GMs would show up, snap their fingers, and the loser would fucking explode.
Can I talk about the high school couple for a minute?
Cute. They're cute.
All right, so I just loved how, like, first of all, it's now like public knowledge that Kay was a Kamen Rider, and like his friends and family are like super proud of him.
Because
for beating Kekura.
Because we're not operating under normal DGP rules anymore. Being a rider doesn't have to be a secret. They even poke fun and it's like, Keiwa's finally got a job. Is being a Kamen Rider a job? And they don't go any further in that conversation, but the answer is no, because he's not getting paid to do it.
But there's a high school. I'm assuming they were in high school.
Yeah.
A couple who overhear the conversation of Keiwa being a Kamen Rider, and like they go to ask him questions when the game starts, and it's revealed that they're both
and riders.
They're both riders, armed with.
Yeah, all the rando end riders just get random armed buckles. I'm like, oh, good. It's a flashback right to the start of the show. And
like it seems like they're about to fight each other, and Keiwa tries to like get in between them to stop. They push him aside like he's a bag of, like, I don't know, something light, like a bag of feathers. And
debut illness.
They just go, I don't want to fight you. Me neither. I love you. And let's run away together. And they just run out of the shop. And like it's a cute moment. But then the shop owner goes, wait a minute, they didn't pay for their food.
And they'll never get to, because they were promptly murdered.
This is coming out of your paycheck, Kayla.
I was honestly not expecting, like, this cute couple, like these two kids who clearly care for each other, to freaking explode.
Yeah, for real. I was like,
there was not even any bodies. There was no parts left. Nothing. It was one of those hard explosions.
I just love the idea, like, yeah, we're high school students. We're new characters. You can't wait to find out about our deep and thrilling backstories. Oops, we're dead.
It's like Letter all over again.
Yup.
I never liked that Kamen Rider regard.
But so there's a couple of things about this whole the loser gets exploded thing I want to touch on. So it seems that the activation of the bomb is triggered by a snap. Would that have worked if anyone snapped? If they happened to snap while they were in their rider suit? Like, if that was their henshin pose to snap, would they have just murdered themselves?
No.
And then the other point is, one of the battles that happens, the loser, like, gets unhenshined out of their suit. And then the GM is about to snap, but they don't have the bomb helmet on, so would they have still died somehow?
Here's my answer to that question. The buckle would explode.
I think it was the belt, like the belt's the bomb.
No, it's clearly the helmet, because
the belt would explode.
The glare hacking helmets also had bombs in them, and it's the same design, so the bombs are in the helmets.
Well, see, my thinking is that if they've been, like, de-henshined, the bomb will be located in the belt instead of the helmet, because there is no helmet.
I guess.
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah.
In regards to Ricardo Mega's suit, so like I like the design. But I really love that his suit is like tuned in with like the audience that's watching like the final.
It was so
DGP.
fucking creepy that like all the little eyes on his suit were connected to the audience members watching and yelling shit.
And I
thought that was great. Actually,
I love the attention to detail that when like the producers like talking to him, the eyes just are all looking at her. That was cool.
Creepy.
But I think it was a neat little effect.
I think it just kind of adds to Suel's just overall like creepiness.
Yeah. We get to see Geats boost Mark II again.
Yay!
Oh boy.
That's awesome. You should just use Geats 9, it's better.
But what I thought was the most interesting part of the show was when Ace and Sumuri go back to their house that they were living in since the time Geats wished that they were family. And then
yeah, she's like, oh Geats, Ace-sama. And it's like, we're brother and sister. Stop calling me that.
I refuse. And then it turns out that one of the GMs summoned by this Desire Grand Prix finale is Girori, back from the dead, or from the retired, or wherever the fuck he went when Niram snapped him out of existence.
Oh,
I believe you said he was sent to the recycling bin.
Yeah, it was never super clear. But, like, yeah, it's pretty much like, hey, look, Dad's home from the store after 40 episodes.
I love, too, that, like, they're like, oh, why are you working with Ace or whatever, like Geats or whatever like that, and he's just like, I still don't like him, but man, is this guy really fucking cool.
It was more like, I may not like him, but he fills the ideal of a Kamen Rider we were searching for.
So I had like neuron activation in my head when I got to this moment. The reason he hated him, like in the early show, was because he was winning too much.
Yeah.
He was putting the show at risk because he was winning too much. That's why he set all that shit up to try and kill him.
Yeah,
It had
we
nothing
knew
to
that.
do with like what's going on now. So, in a way, like it would make sense if the show is now a threat, or rather, like the show is just a mockery of what it used to be.
Then Girori wouldn't
Of
support
course,
it.
he would side with Geats.
Yeah. See, now this is a good example of how you redeem a character when it makes logical sense for them to change sides.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It may not have been as like cooked as Daichi's is in terms of like airtime, but I think Girori earns it, and it makes sense for him much more than Daichi does.
Also, I really fucking loved that like Evil Sumuri was like announcing everything, and she activates all their belts by doing like a Henshin pose and just saying Henshin, and like makes everyone transform. That was badass.
There goes my hopes for a Kamen Rider Tsumuri.
And then like then it's like the next day, and they're like, "All right, we gotta continue with the game," and then it just cuts to her just going Henshin, and you're like, "Uh oh, here we go again."
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so Ace shows up in the goddess chamber because Girori let him in, and I love that Regard responds by spawning a shit ton of magnums.
That was awesome. I loved that.
like Geats and Girori like give a super important passionate speech, and Regard just goes "No you" and pulls out like 1,000 guns.
Hold my buckle. Gun.
Yeah.
And then we find out he has the ability to reverse time or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, when Geat was using Regard, he could accelerate time. So it kind of makes sense that
According to the toy release, Jito's version, Regard, can only accelerate, but Regard Omega can do both.
You know what? That would make sense because it's supposed to be like
A power-up
a
version.
stronger version.
And then we get the thing that Ichi was probably really most excited for.
So every Rider season, there's a shot in the opening that happens late in the series, and we finally got it. Although we kind of did get it before with Geats breaking out of the chains. But oh my god. So we finally got that shot of Samuri pointing the magnum at Ace. And now I'm really fucking confused.
No, that's not actually, that's the evil Samori, because we saw the bad Samori like following her.
Probably.
Okay, here's what I think is happening. Either it is the bad Samori.
Bad Samori. Do you know how I know that? You know how I know that? You know how I know that? Because she called him Ace. When clearly Ace knows that she would always call him Ohsama.
That's probably
it's either that. That's more likely. But I was gonna say it's either that or Ace planned for this.
Knowing Ace, that's absolutely probably a thing.
Oh my god, he's gonna become a fucking martyr.
Just cut back to the scene in at the end of the first arc where he has all these posters with information and all
when he lost
crap.
his memory.
Okay.
I feel like either way he has a plan for this.
Okay.
I just love that we see the shot of Ace shot on the ground, and then there's a shot of Gene who comes back in the next episode. I guess I just imagine him showing up like, "I'm here to save you." Shit, too late.
Okay, so here's my thing about this. They're not gonna do it. I wish they would, because
end the show with him dead.
Exactly. End the show with the main character, the title writer, dead. And his death left such an impact on every other character in the show that it caused them to rise up more, have more confidence, and make the world that Ace wanted.
His death is just so shocking that the DGP entirely just gets canceled because everyone's like, no.
Exactly. Imagine how that would be such a great ending if they actually ended with Ace just not coming back.
Oh yeah, one thing we didn't mention is that Daichi turned the Jamato into Pikmin.
They're like sunflower Jamato. Because sunflowers are happy. They're good. They're nice flowers.
All he was missing is the whistle.
Oh,
I hate Daichi. I hate that piece of shit Ned Sparrow. But the fact that he just turned the Jamato into Pikmin is I was laughing my ass off.
It's actually fucking hilarious.
And even Samori was they're cute, but they're still gross.
Yep.
Also a little thing where Neon asked
that
dad,
shot of
we...
Neon and her dad schmoozing the VIPs as if it was a rehearsed script. They were doing exactly the same thing at the same time. All right, now lean in. Now whisper in their ear. Now take their drink, take a sip, put it down, take their snack, eat it, and sassy pose.
You guys are fucked if you stay with the DGP, but if you stay with us, you'll be fine.
I just imagine Neon leaning down. Have you ever heard of a show called Squid Game?
Oh my god!
I got flashbacks to when Neon talked to her dad in order to get the first game producer to show up and stop Gigori,
but yeah.
Girori, sorry.
Gigorgi.
Gigori Gregory.
Get Georgie.
Georgie. But yeah, I got flashbacks to that moment. It felt like an evolution, like the Kurama sass.
Yep.
But legit, I want them to end this show with Ace not coming back. They're not going to do it because they're not smart enough to think of something that fucking clever.
It's not that they're not smart enough. It's that they won't have the balls to cut off their own future potential marketing, because then he won't be around for crossovers and other specials.
The head writer may go, yes, he's dead now, but the studio will make a movie and say, no, he's not dead.
You know what they might do, because the whole like memory loss has been a thing this whole show? Just end it with Ace living a normal life. Like after living thousands of years playing the DGP, they'll just like, you've earned a break, man. Just live a normal fucking life. Don't remember any of this crap.
Oh, you know what's
like he's reborn.
Yeah.
Regard said it himself. He's like, you can't defeat me in this current era version of you. Current era version of him, which means he might summon other aces from different points in time.
Oh my god.
He just watch him fucking summon himself from different points in fucking time.
No. He summons
9
himself
aces,
from that.
Exactly, Decker. Exactly.
He summons himself from the era the DGP is from.
So, like Roman gladiator ace?
He summons his father.
No, because the DGP's from the future, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so future ace.
The only thing that can defeat the future is the past. It's so fucking contrived.
He's gonna take you back to the past to find the shitty Geats that sucks ass.
Wow. Geats fast. No, just Geats fast forward. It's so not yesterday.
It's so nice. But no, if Toei has the balls, they'll end the show with Geats dead.
They won't
but
do
it'll
it.
probably be him summoning different versions of himself.
They
to,
won't kill Ace. He'll recover from this.
I would love that. Wouldn't you love if that happens?
I would love it, but they won't do it.
Again, I'm coming back to the thing I like. Death makes the show interesting. I'm so fucked up.
If he imagine he summons like his other incarnations in like a sort of Knight of the Round style summon.
And to take it a step further, every one of the other ones will have a different Geats form.
Exactly.
No, it's gonna be the fucking Gene finale, where like Gene summoned himself with all of his forms.
It's just like the O's movie.
It's Knights of the Round with all of his other forms.
Geats.
They all kick Suel's ass.
The Geats of the Round.
I hope we see the 1930s Ace.
1930s Ace has Geats Magnum, and he's holding the Magnum like a Tommy gun.
I want to see the one played by the dude who looked like Epic Lloyd.
Yeah, that's the 1930s one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway,
well, regardless, however the show's going to end, it's ending soon. The finale airs this weekend, and you know what? Fuck it, I'll watch that episode raw just to see how it ends.
Yeah, sure.
This show has been a wild ride. I've loved it. Yes, the show has had some problems, but overall, it's been a good show. I'm
ready to play a different game now, Toei.
No. I've done all the side quests. I've done New Game Plus.
I was gonna say I'm sick of the like 10 New Game Pluses.
I've memorized every piece of dialogue every character says. I'm done. New game.
I unlocked the secret bonus characters,
even the ones I hated.
And then the V cinemas are just DLC, and you're like, no, I don't want to go back.
All right. Well,
the V cinemas are going to be like someone from the future trying to start the DGP again. But Tycoon, Nago, and or Buffa are just like, no.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
All right, let's move on to the Juuga Orteca specials.
And this is where I will have to drop off.
Okay, thanks for joining us, Vegas.
I wish I could stay longer, but I haven't watched the
You should. These are amazing.
The Juuga. I haven't watched them yet, and it's also getting pretty late where I'm at. So,
no problem, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah,
Decker. I will take you down with me.
Oddly combative.
Oh, if you look at the chat, he's been aggro this entire time.
Well, Deckard's a very passionate man. I respect him for that.
Anyway, I'm starting to get a little tired too, so let's just blast through these. Thank you, Vegas.
Okay.
I'm going to mute you now.
Bye.
All right, so the Juuga versus Orteca specials. These happen after the last Revice special that we talked about. And oh my god, these were so delightful.
Just when I thought I couldn't get enough of George.
We needed a George-focused Revice special, and we finally got it, and it was amazing.
Fucking god.
This man...
Love this man.
He fucking sleep henshins, then wakes up singing his own theme song and vlogging his morning routine.
Song. Oh my god. And then he makes a fucking smoothie for his dad. And I'm like, oh man. Oh,
you know what I think would have made that shot better? Like while he's cutting up the fruit for the fucking smoothie, he should have made like Gaim references like Ringo Scotch and Banana Ole or something like that.
But like it's just like the man like he's having a shower. Like he's like this I start with a shower and I'm like, yeah, you sure do.
Yep.
He's just hanging around in his fucking underwear the whole fucking time. He does like a Juuga pose.
Yep.
He practices his henshin pose in the mirror in his underwear.
This is the ideal life that every Kamen Rider fan strives to live.
This is why he's the best. He's one of the best Kamen Rider characters ever.
Yep. And so it as we come to learn, since Revice, he's been working on developing the Juuga driver for his Humanity as Kamen Riders project, where even normal people will be able to henshin and fight and save humanity.
Oh, the DGP.
So, despite being a fan of Kamen Rider, I'm surprised that he's choosing to go down this route, because you'd think he'd have very fine knowledge of how absolutely terrible of an idea that is.
The desired George Pre.
Kamen Rider has done nothing but show us that if you give normal people superpowers, things don't go well.
No.
Especially the masses instead of just chosen individuals. And I have to call my boy George's taste into question, because among all of the things in his collection that I spotted, he has a fucking cross saber figure.
Yep.
Why?
Why not? I don't know. It was the last series before his. So.
Do you want Kamen Rider Chronicle? Because that's how you get Kamen Rider Chronicle. Correct. You should know this by now, George. This is a terrible idea and will not work out well. Anyway, so Orteca escapes from prison.
Yep, because it's Orteca.
Yep.
Oh, basically, Orteca wants to again take over the world, because yeah. So some guy offers him, oh, we can restart, we can make Neo Dead Mans, and like I'll give you what you want. You just have to get me the Juuga driver.
He gets hired by a mysterious monster who we come to learn is powered by the stolen GIF eyeball.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And like, this is cutting ahead a little bit, but like, even I, and of course George also did, read the whole trope nature of this side special and go, let's see, who's the only significant new character in the special? Yeah, he's the villain.
Yeah, no, like I saw that a mile away. I was like, this guy's the bad guy.
You see in the first scene that he's in that he aggressively tries to get his hands on the Juuga driver, and then we see he hires Orteca to steal the Juuga driver. It's not hard to put two and two together, and George manages to do that also, even so much as baiting them to do what they want so that he can catch them in the act. Proving once and all that George really does know the tropes of Rider narrative.
So I like at one point, freaking George tries to call like Hiromi for help, and it cuts to I guess the bathhouse they were renting for like filming or something like that in Revice they just don't have anymore, so they had to like green screen the bathhouse. You
Yeah,
can totally tell they were not there.
I guess they were. Hiromi and Kagero got into some sort of who can stay in the bath the longest contest.
And just Hiromi's on this, like, I guess what you could call like a bath high.
Well, no, he's all heated up because he was in the bath for too long.
Yeah, that shit was so funny, and like George's just like, God damn.
Oh, George speaks just as much, if not more, English than Japanese in these specials.
Oh yeah, no. Every time he says an English word, I just smile.
Every fucking chance, it's goddamn or great, or hey, or this or that.
Hey, daddy.
And we get a quick little fight between Juuga and the Brachio Dead Man. And then
Juuga's henshin's too long.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
As much as I love that George is finally a Kamen Rider, fuck is his henshin too long.
Yeah, I love George as a character. I'm not a fan of the Juuga power set, like, in general at all.
I like the stamp. I like the Vi stamp. I think the Vi stamp's really cool.
The stamp looks like a pile of golden shit.
Yes, I guess so. But I like it.
But
so
Kamen Rider Drive fans are eating good in this special because we get to meet Rina, who shows up.
Holy shit! And she has not changed a fucking bit. And apparently,
is that the real door gun? Yeah.
I love the door guns, like as big as her head.
Yep. Like,
Jesus Christ, that thing's so big. But yeah, no, and I love that, like, she went on to get like the Nobel Peace Prize for like physics, or the Nobel Prize for physics.
And like, now she's just the person you go to when you need your rider belt upgraded, I guess.
Well, yeah, because she did develop all Drive's shit.
Yeah. So or like help to upgrade his shit. As we meet her, she's pissed off because she thinks Gen has been cheating on her with a woman who we come to find out is named Hiromi. And then it turns out I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that was real or not. Yeah, that's the thing. So George brings Hiromi to the office and goes, "Look, this is the Hiromi he was texting." And after that whole exchange happens, actual Hiromi turns to George and goes, "What the fuck is happening?" So I'm wondering if it was a coincidence and George just used it to lie to her to get her to stop being whiny about Gen, but they never circled back to it. It was so funny that he thinks up like a picture of Kenpachi and then fucking like she punches a hole through it, but then and now it's George real. Is holding the yeah, George is holding the picture the whole time. It was like, you know what? It was kind of going back to that fourth wall breaking moment in Drive with Go when he first showed up. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the best thing about Rina's fucking rage, as she's bashing all the pictures, she pulls out a hammer that has Iteo on it. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. That was so fucking funny. And she takes a nap because she's so fucking angry, and so like George is trying to like wake her up, considers shooting her with his phone gun, and he goes, "No, I can't." And I'm like, it's too much. Fucking shit, George, calm down. Yeah, too much. So much. I'm like, you fuck. So then we get like Orteca. He's like, you know, he gets two of his old followers to kind of help him start Deadman's, and it's like, oh, who's this mysterious benefactor who like helped? It's fucking Hana. Yeah, no, it turns out that even the two followers were plants hired by Hana. Yeah, but like Hana just big brains and fucking like basically like shits on Orteca like emotionally and mentally. It's so great because like the first episode ends making you think that Hana's actually siding with the Neo Deadmans, and then they actually meet up in the second episode and she just starts breaking his fucking wrist. Yeah, and he's just like, I got stuff to do. I'm gonna go now. And then he ends up going to this like clothes store to like get a suitcase. He walks into fucking Sears for all we know, and then Tamaki comes up working the store and just absolutely dunks on him like, "You're so stuck in the past. I don't identify by that name anymore. Why didn't you get a life, you loser?" It was so fucking savage.
Yeah, and then he was trying to like, I guess he had to watch Orteca, but Orteca fucked off and he's just like, oh, I fucked up, damn it. And I'm like, that's Tamaki.
I also love that like Tamaki was the one to bring Hiromi to Rina's office because Hiromi was still like heat flushed. So you just get a shot of Tamaki rolling Hiromi into Rina's office in a fucking wheelbarrow and then just dumping him on the floor.
That's so funny.
That was so good.
Oh man!
But yeah, apparently, Orteca used his charisma that he flaunts so assholishly to convince Rina to upgrade a demon's driver that he happened to steal for a reason that's not really fully explained. And then once George figures out the whole Hiromi cheating thing, she upgrades the Juuga driver as well because he has an issue with it being stable for not long enough.
Yeah, and then like George makes like a nice comment to her saying like, wow, there's other geniuses, like rider geniuses.
I'm not alone.
Yeah, no, Rita's a fucking goat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's so great. I Drive is so good.
Right? Anyone who's watched Kamen Rider Drive will surely love this special because of the whole Rina being back thing.
I do like that there was like a flashback thing where it was like George going like, God damn it! It just like cuts into present day.
Yep.
Or something. It was so funny.
But yeah,
so then eventually we get to Juuga fighting Kamen Rider Orteca, and
not even that. The whole the title of the movie, the specials, is Juuga versus Orteca. That was a footnote at the very end of the second episode because most of it is focused on stopping Takeda as this like pseudo gift text, and then like they all just walk off, arresting him and George's nerds who were all guilty parties to it. And then everyone just leaves Orteca, who has already escaped from prison, just so George and him can have one final battle. And then they start playing Frenemy, which is just the fucking jam! Even more than the George theme song, I think.
Yeah. I couldn't pay attention to the fight between them because I was like paying attention to the lyrics of the song. Because I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
I fucking love the song. And all right, so let's talk about Kamen Rider Orteca, aka the laziest suit Revice has ever produced.
Okay. So I like the color. I like the suit parts. I hate the fucking baggy undersuit. It's so bad.
It is a reskin of one of the Demon's Troopers. That's why. The
Demon's driver doesn't even match the suit, and and then when they obviously when they do, he does like a Hisatsu. It's supposed to be like squid tentacles, but they just like recolored the spider legs that come out of demons and like they just repurposed it. It's like, you fucks.
It's the laziest suit Revice has ever produced, and it's only there for a footnote of a battle at the very end of a special that it's named after.
Yeah.
So, like, I love this special because George is an amazing motherfucker, but, like, we kind of waited until the very, very end for a cool while it was happening, but ultimately unsatisfying final clash.
I love, too, that, like, George beats him and he just like shits on him so fucking hard. He's like, yeah, that's right, motherfucker.
As Gen and Rina are making up and being lovey-dovey, George holds Orteca in place going, look at them! Look at how happy they are! You will never have that! There is no one for you! No one will ever love you! Go back to jail!
And then he decides, I reduced his sentence to 665 years.
Aren't I a fucking saint?
Just the fucking the smug ass smile on George is so fucking good. Yeah, no, he's the best. He's the fucking man. Oh, fuck. And then we get this really, I think, which was one of the best fucking things, was just the, like, Orteca escaped again, and it's just the entire Revice cast just chasing after him. Just Hiromi just screaming at him,
oh, yeah.
Killed me. Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. And then we get the George leaving, like, his lab or whatever like that, and then we get the George song.
They skipped a couple of the choruses just to blast through the like rider name verses.
I love it though. Just say, bro. Oh my damn ads.
Yeah. And then yeah,
Oh,
Ghost Daddy.
Yeah, we see. Yeah, I'm surprised they got like Ultraman X's actor to like come back for like this one scene.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
one flashback.
that's who played him in the Veil specials. They had to.
And then like he's like talking like they say like, yeah, he was just telling you to like fuck off because he wanted to like he didn't want anyone else getting hurt by like the devil that he wanted to make for himself. Like
My dad was
like,
awkward and not as bad as people thought.
I'll be better than he was.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It also was cool that during the Juuga Orteca fight, Rina just tosses out more vice stamps. So Orteca uses Chameleon, which is for Mach, I guess, and he just gets the Zenrin shooter. And then Juuga gets Octopus for Drive, which lets him just accelerate a bunch.
Well, and then he also gets the signal axe, like a holographic.
Oh yeah, the
signal axe.
Planaria stamp is for Chaser, which lets him do like Chaser's like Break Gunner and Signal Axe attacks.
Yeah,
I still think the whole animals matching to rider things is really fucking dumb and not explained.
We'll never see it again, so don't worry.
Well, unless there's more Revice specials, who knows?
But yeah, so like this special, like this 2-episode special, like you have to watch it. Like us talking about it just doesn't give it enough justice. But like if you are much of a big fan of George Karizaki as I am, like you have to watch this. Like George is the goddamn man.
It's hyped up as Juuga versus Orteca, but that's not even what it's about or why anyone's here. We're just here for George.
You come for the verses. You stay for George.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I if this is the last we'll see of him, like, oh, I'm gonna miss this man so much.
I feel like we'll probably get like a years later Revice special at some point.
Like he needs to be. This man needs his own figure art.
Oh, George is in Outsiders. That's cool. I gotta watch those.
Like just like Dan Kuroto got his own figure art. Like we need a George Karizaki.
Oh
figure.
my god, that would be awesome.
I would buy that.
Could you imagine he comes with like tiny little rider figures as accessories?
Oh my god, yeah, and he has like different different heads for like different facial expressions.
Yep.
He just has like a damn head.
Comes with removable lab coat.
Tamashii Nations, Bandai Japan, John Toei, I know you're listening. George Karizaki figure art, please.
It'll sell.
Buy it. It will fucking sell. Guaranteed.
Comes with rubber duck.
Yeah. Fuck it, Bath George. Do
Bath
it.
George.
Bath George.
Oh man.
Oh, I love you, George. Thank you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being the best character in Revice.
Toei's greatest gift to rider fandom.
For real. For fucking real. Like as soon as we found out we were having a character named George in Revice, I was like, this character's not gonna suck. Oh man. No, this man, I should have made like a George face of the week or something like that.
I fucking love that image of him.
God damn!
All right, well,
Anyway.
that is Castranger for the week. Thank you all to everyone who tuned in. Thank you for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome.
So next,
Jikai.
Sentai Castranger. So since we're talking about the Geats finale next week, of course, we'll be foregoing a feature topic and just be talking about the overall series of Geats as a whole.
Yeah, our yearly tradition.
Yeah, I love it. I love doing that.
Yeah, so there'll be no feature topic for next week, so hopefully more people will be around and will stay for longer.
And we'll talk. You know what? Fuck it. We'll talk about Kingohger again first next week.
Yeah, get it out of the way. Not that getting out of the way, not that it's bad, but you know what I mean.
No, it's because it's fucking awesome. It's a better show.
All right. Well, as usual, the primary source for hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord server, Patreon, merch store, all of our cool shit. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, Geats is ending next week, and Kingohger's quote-unquote season 1 is ending. You gotta wonder if there was some sort of marketing reason for this.
Maybe.
Like, maybe this is like the second coming of how Decade ended early.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right. Thank you for listening again, everyone, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.